Hello, I'm Mr. Jack, and I'm back with another video. In this video, I'll be discussing the recent events surrounding the Tate Brothers case. I gathered and reviewed this information from various news sources. Make sure to verify the accuracy of the information for yourself. Things are really not looking good for the Tate Brothers right now. The charges against them keep stacking up, and it's getting worse by the day. Even the biggest fan accounts on Twitter can't deny how bad the situation looks. It's becoming nearly impossible for Tate's hardcore fans to defend them at this point. The only public figures still supporting them seem to be those either financially tied to them or personally connected, like Ryan Dawson, who openly admits to being paid by the Tates. There's also Fresh and Fit, who admit to spending a month with the Tates in Romania, and Candace Owens, who is probably the most influential supporter left. She has a photo of Andrew Tate in her office, and her husband has known the Tates for years, well before they were famous. Naturally, she's going to defend them since her husband has at least been aware of, if not involved in, some of the Tates' questionable activities. In an old tweet, Tate himself admitted that people associate with him for the same reasons people were friends with Jeffrey Epstein. One of the claims involves Andrew allegedly having relations with a 15-year-old girl in 2020, which isn't that long ago. Some fans argue that these accusations are from years ago and don't reflect who he is now, but this isn't ancient history. There's also supposedly a chat transcript that's either been released or will be, which people say is too disturbing to share on platforms like Twitter. Even the Tate fan account, Tate Musical, which is usually very supportive, admitted that the official Romanian court transcripts involving this 15-year-old are horrifying. They said they wouldn't post them due to the risk of having their account suspended. To make things worse, Tate is also accused of attempting to bribe the alleged victim, telling her to only say good things about him when she reached the police. Like someone else did, I was offered 5,000 euros. I wish I could say this is shocking, but the Tates have clearly indicated that they don't believe there's anything wrong with being involved with a 15-year-old. But there are also some tweets from them. For instance, Tristan remarked, "Remember, guys, 30 is the first age at which you can legally sleep with a woman half your age." He also mentioned that some Americans label him with the P word because he doesn't believe that 18 should be the age of consent. He believes that the age of consent is 15 or 16 in most places. While Andrew has stated that in the West, society has convinced everyone that a man who desires relationships with multiple young models is a bad person or a weirdo. In his view, this is actually the most natural thing in the world. Many people marry for appearances and seek secret pleasure with minors, knowing that kids don't talk. These tweets are from around 2020 and 2021. So when you hear that Andrew might have been involved with a 25-year-old during this time, it doesn't seem surprising. This doesn't seem surprising, and there's also another allegation against him involving the trafficking of a minor. This is the girl he himself admitted to meeting when she was just 15 years old.
Vivian's been with me 6 years.
So he's been with Vivian for 6 years, right?
Because Vivian's younger. Melissa's like 28. Vivian's like 21.
Vivian's 21. And at this point, he's been a girlfriend for 6 years. It means that they met when she was 15 years old.
It seems that Cut managed to obtain evidence showing that she was only 17 when she first launched her cam model account, which is clearly below the legal age for creating adult content. This occurred in 2014. This is also the same girl Andrew was seen meeting with. She appeared in a video with him that got him kicked off Big Brother, which he claimed was filmed in 2012. This would make her 15 years old in that video. Furthermore, this girl has discussed witnessing men choke their girlfriends so forcefully during sex that it resulted in their deaths.
Behind like why some girls don't like it because they're scared they're gonna die. I've actually seen some guys actually accidentally, how funny is that? Actually accidentally kill their girlfriends during a sex because they were choking them that hard.
She casually mentioned, "Yeah, I've seen guys choke their girlfriends to death during sex. It's no big deal." This girl clearly has some serious issues, especially considering her experiences since she was 15 years old. I'm sure she has been through a lot and witnessed many troubling situations. Additionally, the indictment discusses Andrew and a victim, stating that he choked her so hard it caused a blood vessel to burst in her eye. They reported that Andrew was hitting her in the head with one hand while choking her with the other, resulting in immense pressure felt by the victim due to strangulation. According to her, she felt like she was on the verge of death. Of course, these are still just allegations. I understand that Tate fans often defend him by saying, innocent until proven guilty, and I get that perspective. I'm not claiming they're guilty, I'm simply stating some facts from the indictment and sharing my opinion. Honestly, before he was charged, I didn't have any issues with him. I thought he was pretty funny and would even defend him. I'm just trying to approach this objectively, which many people struggle with. I guarantee that every Tate fan currently defending him would react very differently if someone they disliked were accused of similar crimes with the same evidence, like if Hunter Biden or someone else on the left were in Tate's position. They would be the first to label him a predator and a trafficker. They wouldn't give him the benefit of the doubt. Take Candace Owens, for instance. When she talks about the Tates, she sounds completely delusional. She spends time on her podcast criticizing the adult industry and claiming that those involved are trafficking women, suggesting that everyone in power is a predator, and that the media is covering for them. Yet, when it comes to the Tates, who are known for their involvement in adult content and have been accused of trafficking and engaging with minors, she tries to defend them. She claims they're being targeted simply for their online opinions and that their case is completely bogus. It's astonishing that anyone would take her seriously after that. She's damaging her own credibility. It makes me wonder about her husband's perspective.
Cowards. I've been saying this for a very long time. I was trending over the weekend, speaking about how we have people in the media who won't even stand up against pedophilia, men that won't stand up against pedophilia because they're worried about losing their station in life if they offend the wrong people. That's pathetic. It defies common sense when you understand what's happening in this world, when you understand what's happening at our border, when you understand the network of pedophiles that are in power, when you understand how the mainstream media works overtime to defend and protect those pedophiles. It boggles the mind that there would be this much effort and coordination to take down the Tate brothers because some people don't like what they say on the internet. The Romanian case against them has been bogus for a very long time. And as I have said, I believe that in the end, in Romania, they will prevail. Now it's about money laundering? Is it about a webcam business? Is it about human sex trafficking? Is it about all three, according to the public? Why does the media hate these two men so much when we know there are worse villains? The people that are making billions off of pornography get arrested because we know for a fact that those websites are trafficking or are using trafficked women. You ever seen them crack down on any of those pornographers? Why haven't they done that? So you want me to believe, you want me to essentially just, I guess, defy all of my sensibility for a moment and believe that it's Andrew and Tristan Tate.
It's incredible how she's completely losing the plot here. I honestly don't understand how she can't see how absurd her statements sound. It's so ironic that she criticizes the media for protecting predators while it seems like she's doing just that for the Tates. While defending them against trafficking allegations, she argues that adult content producers are exploiting trafficked women to create their content and that authorities should crack down on that. Yet, that's exactly what the Tates are being accused of, trafficking women and minors to produce adult material. From what I understand, they were running their canned business right up until they were raided for the first time. Plus, they even offered courses on how to pimp out women, which likely contributed to many people entering that industry. She just sounds completely out of touch. I've been discussing this a lot on my Patreon, focusing on how Tate has been trying to rehabilitate his image over the past few years by adopting a religious persona and claiming to donate significant amounts to Palestine and various charities. Personally, I don't believe he's donating nearly as much as he claims. I've also been addressing the antics of his lawyer, who seems like a complete goofball, among other things. Don't forget to like and subscribe because Mr. Jack is always here. Have fun, buddy.